Senoras, senoritas, welcome to another Let's Play series. Welcome to Let's Play Tropico 4. Once the intro is finished. Apologize for the lack of music. As many of you well know, there is still the issue of being flagged for uploading clips with music you don't own. In particular the ones that involve Tropico, which again is a real shame because the music really adds another layer of enjoyment to playing this. Not to mention the fact that this entire scene doesn't look anywhere near as interesting as it could be without the music swing. I don't pretend to know actually anything about music, by the way. I mean, I like music, but that's pretty much where my interest in it ends. Anyway, so this will not be quite the same as the original Tropico 3 series that I did, where I played both campaigns through back to back. Basically because Tropico 4 is slightly different in that all campaigns are really set apart. Basically for the regular campaign, the Modern Times campaign, and on the extra missions if you feel masochistic, I suppose. Now, at the end of my Tropico 3 series, I did say that I didn't enjoy this game quite in the same way as I did Tropico 3. That's for a number of things, really. Because there's some things that Tropico 4 does really well. It makes the UI much more useful, for instance. But if I had to watch one big complaint against Tropico 4 is that it just didn't feel anywhere near as challenging as Tropico 3 was. Now, mind you, that might also have been because I played all the Tropico 3 campaign through and thought, I want more Tropico. Seems sensible enough. So, when I played this, I pretty much knew where everything was going anyway. But besides from that, even knowing what I know about Tropico, even the Tropico 3 campaign sometimes still really pushed me hard enough that I actually had to try to win. I've never really felt pushed to my limit of my abilities when playing Tropico 4. It's just too easy in some levels. But that's enough of me complaining, I suppose. Let's begin the campaign.
What a hellhole! But at least it's my hellhole. St. Clara is the typical Caribbean island. Beautiful on the outside, poverty-stricken on the inside. People live in shacks and have hardly anything to eat. Healthcare and education are non-existent, and unemployment is through the roof. Someday, I will turn Tropico into a true world power. First things first, improving the situation on St. Clara will secure local support and establish the foundation for my plans.
And that's all well and good. Now, I've completely played through the campaign, and I could start up a new profile and all that to reset all these stats.
What a hellhole! But at least it's my hellhole. St. Clara
so
is
ignore
the Caribbean island.
points you see here.
On the
Those
outside,
are not important.
Poverty-stricken on the inside. People live in shacks.
Yeah, let's go on forward. Alright, once again, I'll customize my own avatar. I'll stay male, although being female does have its charms, I suppose. Anyway, what do I want to be? Well, that should be a traditional for a start. It's a bit of a pale now. Caucasian, yeah, that's probably alright. Yeah, J hat. A cigar. And an old school mustache. Right. That's us. Now, the avatar bio is a bit different from the first game. The background is still here, there's more of them. Let's see, what do we want to be? Let's be a developer. Right, rise to power again, much the same as in Tropico 3. Was elected as a communist, and then it starts to go into random town. Because previously in Tropico you had to both pick good traits and bad traits, basically. In this case you can pick pretty much anything, which makes me wonder, why bother with the bad traits? Really, why would you ever pick them? Now they did vary up the traits a little bit, and the reason why they are all 5 stars is because I've played through this game a little bit. A lot. I still haven't finished upgrading all the skills, because frankly some of them are a bit counterintuitive, but since I want to get them all full. Now you get 1 star for using one of these in a mission. And simply having it active will increase it with 1 star. So do the math and you can figure out how many missions I've done. Anyway, so let's pick Compulsive Liar. I would never pick this for anything else, but since I want a little bit different every time. Alright, so Jingo, I'm still leveling up. And Vigilante, I still have 1 star left to go, which is always interesting. Let's play.
Look at the water. Look at the beaches. Look at the palm trees. This is my home. This is Tropico. This is paradise. It is still small, poor, and unknown. Yet I have big plans for it. Very big plans. Here I will build a nation and a country.
Alright.
Greetings, my friend. Are you settling well on your new island?
St. Clara is in a terrible state.
Another fine day in
You
Santa
should focus on making that place a little more habitable. Focus on making the people happy and content. Here's my cheat sheet. It will help you set up the basics on your island. Use it wisely. Now, we have many more different characters we can actually interact with besides Penultimate.
Time for some music, I guess.
Generalissimo Santana is basically the tutorial guide. And that's what he's used for in this case. Right, so step 1, food.
Welcome, Presidente. It is me, Penultimo, your most trustworthy advisor.
I have to ask you, Presidente, why are we here? This place is a total dump. There's not even a farm to provide food for the locals. You should remedy that if you insist on staying here. Build these 2 farms to feed your people. Alright. Let's get going over here. On our little island, and certain things don't ever change. Because Tropico 4 pretty much uses all the assets from the previous game. And adds a few new things, but most of all the build menu. Much more... It's much easier to find stuff, let's put it that way. Edicts are now also a little bit different. Some of them are locked until you have something you can use it. For instance, you need a cabinet of ministers to get the education, foreign affairs, economy and tourism, interior and defense edicts through. But general edicts we can still do. We won't do them right now because, well, we don't have the money for it. But yeah, we need to start setting up the place. Overlays. We want to get some easy food, so we want some corn, most likely. Let's see what else is here. Can we put bananas on this island? Well, we can, but it's not very recommended. Pineapple. woodwork. Probably best if I put that up here if I do that. Pineapple. Papaya, pineapple, yeah. Coffee. Yeah, coffee would work. Tobacco is great. Probably over on this side. And sugar. I can put down sugar apparently. Not sure I'm going to because this is prime building area. Anyway, let's start going. Food and resources. We want farms. Let's just put a couple of corn farms up here. And let's the game roll on. Now,
What
the
do you
president
want?
is
I'm
also in
busy
the game,
rolling.
so he can start
Time
helping
to
out.
check up on my people.
Agent Sasha, I am happy that you were able to leave your super secret bunker in Russia in order to join us. I have always wanted to ask you, what do you use to make your hair so shiny?
Comrade Sonny, I am happy to be here, among our brothers in Tropico, to spread the light of communism for future generations.
Yes, yes, this is good and all, but really, I want to know how you got that gorgeous hair.
At least the humor is still intact. Right, so while that is building, what natural resources do we have? We have 4 iron deposits. We have 1 bauxite over here. We have 1 gold over here. Right.
Well done, Presidente. The farms are ready and will soon begin growing food for your citizens.
Remember that agricultural products take time to grow. The first crops will be ready in about 6 months. The citizens will have to make do until then. But that's not going to be a serious problem. The people rely on you to provide food. As the population of St. Clara increases, you must construct more farms. Try building 1 new farm per 50 new citizens. Remember that the people won't eat tobacco, sugar and coffee. These crops are meant purely for profits. Yay! Alright, 1 gold. We have salt, which is a new good we can produce. It's also used in some factories. And we have a new thing we can do.
Presidente, my name is Antonio Lopez, and I lobby on behalf of the capitalist faction.
Feeding the people is great and all, Presidente, but corn doesn't go for much on the international market. On the other hand, tobacco exports are quite lucrative. I'm sure if we produce and export some tobacco, we will attract more investors into St. Clara. Export 500 tobacco. I suggest you build 1 or 2 additional farms and send them to tobacco work mode. The reward is a lot of money. Step 2.
Presidente, I am Reverend Esteban, and I speak for the faithful citizens of this island.
You have provided food for our people, but what about food for their souls? We must build a house of God and hire priests so that the faithful can pray. A devout group from the US has sent us $10,000 to help us in this endeavor. Have 4 priests on the island. You'll have to build a new church and hire foreign workers if you don't have educated citizens on the island. Alright, fine. Welfare and economy. And you can have your church you build. And I have educated people on the island. Not enough, but we'll see about that once it finishes. Now, it says you should build farms for producing tobacco. You don't ever do that. You have access to plantations if you have the DLC. Mind you, I'm playing with pretty much all the DLC that I think it is available for this game. So we'll use plantations. Plantations are much more efficient at building the expensive crops. Crops, not crabs. Why was I saying that? Anyway, so I'll just build 2 of those. Since it doesn't matter exactly what I use to... or wait, tobacco, was it? Darn it. Need to read. That's what I can do. Tobacco. On this side, as I said before. Now, some may have already played Tropico 5, the plantations in Tropico 4 are not quite so well behaved, in that their crops pretty much go all over the place, much like farms do, but they do produce a lot more. Alright, and let's set up a garage, because that's important. Now, we also have the ability to quick build buildings now. I'm not quite interested in doing that. Right.
Presidente,
Yeah, we don't
I am
need to.
Reverend...
Right, so the factions. We have capitalist, communist, intellectuals, religious, militarists, environmentalists, nationalists, and loyalists. And they all sort of like me. In the foreign relations, we now have US, USSR, EU, China, and the Middle East. So joy, more great powers to work with. Yeah, things are going fine. Still don't quite have enough population to get things really kicking into high gear. Economy-wise, I have plenty of homeless, some unemployed. That'll change as soon as the plantations open.
Relations between Tropico and the Middle East have hit an all-time low point.
As long as the upper and lower easts remain on our side, we should be all right.
Right. Anyway, it seems we will not be receiving camels as gifts for some time.
Camels? Where? Ah!
Right. Well, anyway, only the US and the USSR will send us foreign aid. The EU, China, and the Middle East are pretty much just trading partners. And they provide other benefits. For instance, the EU will always pretty much jump in when there's a crisis on the island, for the most part. And I forget what China does exactly. But I know you can sometimes get extravagant gifts from the Middle East. Which usually is accompanied by some camels, which may or may not rampage across the island. Yeah, it's quite amusing. Anyway, like I was saying, I'm not really worried about money anyway, but we need to set up a ministry, but I can't because Penultimo has lost the blueprints, which basically means I cannot issue any edicts until it's unlocked. Let's get social security going, and well, let's get a humanitarian aid going. Right, I need more high schoolers, so let's hire them. Boats will come. We can also import stuff now. So when you're short on something, you can usually buy it. Healthcare.
I'm not feeling well, Presidente. There's some kind of a bug going around the island.
I think I need doctor. I mean, the island needs more doctors to take care of your loyal subjects. I also suggest building a new clinic or two. Improve the healthcare on your island to at least 45%. Well, the aid camp will help with that. I know I can speed things up a little bit more by actually building ahead of what they want, but screw them. Alright, so enough workers.
Front is holding a competition in Tropico's newest sport, beating up foreign aid workers. All interested parties are to contact El Diablo by Sunday.
Ooh.
How's it hanging, Presidente? Now that you have your very own island, how about a friendly wager?
Well, this just seems easy enough. I'll accept. So we'll need some fish. And to make sure that things go fast, I'll put down 2 fisheries. And let's get the infrastructure going a little bit more by putting down a garage. Anyway, that's it for this first episode of Let's Play Tropico 4. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you all next time.